good day everyone. You guys are going to watch this video unedited. Now the first thing you are going to do, this is a bucket hat. You measure round your head circumferences, and the measurement that I'm using is 23. So I am going to divide 23 by 6.28. That is what I'm going to divide it with to cut the first pattern. 6.28. So when I divided it, it gave me 3.6. I folded my pattern paper as if I'm cutting flare. As you can see, I folded it as if I'm cutting flare, folded it into 4 as if I'm cutting full flare. So I'm just going to measure out 3.6 inches round as if I'm cutting full flare. That is the first pattern that we are drafting for this bucket hat. Like I said, I measure around my head. It gave me 23. I divided it by 6.28. It gave me 3.6. That is what I'm measuring out right now. The video is unedited because I just have to do it like this. Exactly the way that I created the video, that is how I'm posting it because of time and everything. This whole thing have stressed me because I lost some part of the video, so I just have to recreate some part and join it like that. You people would understand it, just that the video will not be long. Now this is the first pattern that we created. This is crown. That's the first pattern that you create for your bucket hat, and this measurement is actually a standard measurement for even if you want to sell. Now I want to create the second pattern, which is the base. Now you are going to divide your hair circumferences, which is 23, into 2. That is 11.5. So that is what I'm measuring, and my height, I'm going to use 3 inches. Though if you're making it for commercial purposes, please use 3.5 so that it will be wide and it will be enough, as in it will be standard. Now I measured 11.5. This thing that you're seeing like this, I did not fold the pattern paper, but if I want to cut it on my main fabric, I'm going to fold my pattern paper. I measured 11.5 by height, by length, then the width is 3 inches. I'm cutting it out. That is the base. That is second pattern that we will be needing for this bucket hat. I did not even remove anything yet. Like, there's no editing. It's just exactly the way I did it because of time, and me, I'm already exhausted because I have to double create all these things. Now I want to cut the third pattern for this bucket hat, which is the flare or the brim. That is the third pattern. Now the flare or the brim, I'm going to divide my hair circumferences by 3.14 inches. It will give me 7.5. Sorry, so it's the 7.5 that I'm marking out. I divided my hair circumferences, which is 23. I divided it with by 3.14 or 3.142. It will give you 7.6 or 7.7 at most. So I use 7.6 here, and that is what I marked out round, as if, and I didn't fold this pattern, but if I want to cut it on my main fabric, I'm going to fold it into 2. So I'm choosing my height, which is 3 inches. If you're making it for commercial purposes, please use 3.5. So I'm marking 3 inches round my actual measurement. That is my height for this brim or your flare for this bucket hat. So that is what I'm marking out. Please, this video is going to be long, but just manage it like this because I cannot start. I'm already exhausted. So I'm connecting the line. I'm using my French curve to connect the line so that it will be straight and accurate. I'm connecting the line together so that I can cut it out. Then we'll go ahead and cut it on my pattern. Please pay attention to this pattern drafting, because this pattern drafting is the same thing we are going to use to cut our song hearts. That is the second tutorial for today. So this is the three pattern that we need: the crown, the base, and the flare. Now we'll go ahead and cut it on our main fabric. Now to cut the crown and the base, I'm going to cut it together. The crown and the flare, sorry, the brim, that is the first and the third pattern. I'm going to cut it together. I folded that fabric into two. As you can see, I folded the crown, I opened the crown and folded it into two instead of four. As you can see, I folded into two. I'm showing you exactly what I did, because I folded the fabric into two. That is to help you save manage fabric. You can still fold your fabric into four. I've cut it out. Now I'm going ahead to cut the base, which is the second pattern. I already cut out the first and the third pattern so on my fabric. Now I'm going to cut out the base. Now this is where editing is needed, because all these things I'm trying to find out how to place this thing so that it will be enough for me. It shouldn't be in this video, but you have to manage it. Now I folded my fabric into two. It is on fold. Remember, our pattern is not on fold, but this fabric is on fold. Now I have cut it out. The three pattern that we'll be needing, the three parts: the crown, the base, and the flare or the brim. Now this is the three of them. It's time to join them. Now we are going to cut this thing into two parts. For this video, you see that I cut another Ankara, the second Ankara. Now I'm getting the center of this crown. I'm notching the center of this crown. I'm notching the center of this crown, and I'll notch the center of the base, which is the second pattern. I'll notch the center of the base so that I'll be able to get it accurately if I want to join it. Now I'm going to join it right side facing each other. I'll pin it down, then I will take it to my machine to join it round, to sew it round, and bring it back to show you guys. Now as you cut this thing, these three parts, you are going to cut another three parts like this. If you want to use the same Ankara, it's okay, but I use different Ankara for my own so that it will be reversible. It will not have a back and front. You understand? So this is how I pin it, and I'll sew it around like this, and I will join the flare to it equally. Just watch what I'm doing so that you will understand. I'll take it to the machine and sew it around just like I'm placing it like this. Yes. Then after that, I'll join the flare. Now I've sewn the base to the crown. As you can see, I left an opening. Don't sew everything. You see where I left an opening there, so I did not join it. I left that place. I did not join it. You still see the reason why I did not join it. It will make your work neat. It will make your work neat. Now I'm going ahead I will now go ahead and join the flare or the brim round the base. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew it around the base. Now I've gone ahead to sew it around the base. I did not join this one too. As you can see, what that side is open, I did not join. Now I'm going to match two of them together like this, and match it and sew it. Then I will cover their little opening at the up. You can see what my hand is showing you. So I have gone ahead to sew it. See that place that I join it. I've gone ahead and I've covered the little opening at the up. Now this is what our bucket hat is showing already. It's already bucketing. Very, very beautiful. Now I've gone ahead to join the second fabric that I'll be using. I'll place it right side facing each other. Like as you can see now, I added gum stay to one part just to make it strong. But if you don't want, you can just sew it like that. But if you want it to be strong, you just add uh, hemstay. See, I'll sew it round. After I join it, I'll sew it round. As you can see, I've gone ahead to sew it. I left little opening where I'll turn it. Now I'm going to notch it round so that the mouth will be smooth. I'm going to notch it. I'll notch it round. I've notched it and I've turned it out. And this is our bucket hat. It's ready. It doesn't have front, it doesn't have back. Anywhere you turn it, I'll just go ahead and fold in this little opening and then top stitch on it. I'll just top stitch on it. Now this is our bucket hat. This is our bucket hat. It's already beautiful. You can go ahead and iron it. Then I will show you the next thing to do is to measure out. We are going to measure out. This thing is like this because I did not edit it, so you're just going to manage the video like that. So I'll measure out a half inch round this bucket hat. So I'll be matching round it. That is how to give it line. You measure half an inch, you match round. You measure half an inch, you match round. Now I've gone ahead to match it as you. And this is our bucket hat. Thank you.